Hi guys. I got oil all over my head. I just decided to pull it all back and let it stay. Well, I'm just going to take a little walk, and it's all clouded up. Just a little bit ago it was sunny, so I went up and found my glasses or my shades. And actually my shades were in Nancy's car after all of that. Anyway, I know. I always start out just talking. This is Lou, Mary Lou, and today is the 14th of September. The month is almost half over. Lord have mercy. Sun's trying to come out. Anyway, the day does get away from me. It's amazing how fast it goes. All right, check out the clouds, all right? They're all dark and gray. You can see some blue, some sun. Way over there, some blue. But they are dispersing, I believe. But it seemed like it was sunny just a little bit ago, too. Because the sun is breaking free, that's why. I wasn't outside, I was inside. I was inside looking at the wind blowing through the leaves. You can't see the wind, but you can see the movement in the leaves, right? So I couldn't tell for sure if it was cold. But it has been chilly. The weather has been chilly. Time escapes. You know, I need to do some things. But I've got all these appointments set up. And they are important, but I do need to do some more research. And I need to figure out what I'm doing. I had tentatively, I'm sure that's the wrong way to say that, but kind of semi have a plan to go see Jess and the kids. You know, I'm going to just turn right back around and go this way. Wow, look how dark those clouds are. Anyway, Jessie lives in Philadelphia. And I'm not sure when I was there last. I know I spent Christmas, must have been maybe 2 years ago. Because last year I spent it with Dad. Year before that I had came here to visit with people. Some people have that misunderstanding as to why I left home. When I left home, I had full intentions of going back home. However, it just was not the smart thing to do, for one thing, because of finances. If I went back home and I still wanted to go see Jess, because the whole deal was, you know, I had finally had my surgeries, I had finally recovered, and I needed to go see family, okay? Hadn't seen family in for years, and I just felt a need to go say, hey, you know, spend some time, and maybe, you know, say goodbye if I need to be doing that. I've been gone for years, okay? So we don't know each other, although we do. I mean, you know, we're family. But I am a strange bird. I'm different. Always have been. Those clouds are quite dark. And of course, I've got my shades on, so it makes them darker, I guess. I'm going to show them to you again. Check it out, how dark they are. Then you come over here. I think the clouds are gathering around the sun, so it's going to fix to be all cloudy again. Yes, I talk about nonsensical things, but we do have a lot of things that we need to make sense of, don't we? It is kind of scary after talking to that doctor the other day, because she said things the other one did not say. You know, the other one should have said, maybe. I don't know. Really don't know. I need to pray for miracles, you people. Pray with me for a miracle. You know, when you smoke something really good, it makes you aware of your body, your senses. Sometimes your emotions have your blood just coursing through your veins. I'm talking about in a good way. I mean, it happens in a bad way too, but I'm talking about in a good way. The energy that one can feel is like amazing. Just have to remember those times, because they're not always, you know. It's so exciting. So exciting. Yes, little one. Yes. Who do you look like? Who are you? You gonna bark at me? Try not to bark. I'm over here talking to you guys, and so the dog's going, what are you doing on my property? My turf, man. I'm just on the other side of the fence. He's doing his job. This is the fence, okay? Along the next block. Yeah, Silvernail was coming up. And this is the one where the kids were out here drawing chalk art. They had pretty clouds with rainbows, and they had a hopscotch. They just had different things drawn on the sidewalk. And then here came the rain, which is those clouds, and washed it all away. All right, so I'm just gonna go around this block. So how many of you guys out there listening to me have sat down with a journal, or even just notebook paper, and started writing what you're feeling? Not even knowing what you're gonna say or anything, just, you want to put your feelings down on paper. You want to explain to somebody some things. Someone that will understand, because the person you're explaining to is you. And you already know, you know. Other people do not. They can only suppose. And then people take you wrong. Sometimes they take you a certain way because they are insecure. And they think that you mean what they think you mean, when you don't. Here's that tree. That is a trippy little tree. Okay, I showed you a different tree that doesn't have many leaves on it. I'm going to stay here for a second. Let's see. I don't know what you can see. I'm going to have to go with you. Is that it? I need to see. See, my eyes are just not that good. I'm going to go a little closer. I'm just going to guesstimate, because I'm not on the sidewalk. Now I'm on the sidewalk. All right, come over here. This is a fern type tree. I'm calling it a fern type tree. And I don't know what a weeping willow looks like when they're small. But I have seen some trees that look like they were going to grow into being a weeping willow. Okay, so this little tree I was going to show you. I have no clue what that is. I'm going to try to aim it so that you'll see it. Okay, you've got your stalk down here. And then it's just got like these short haircuts that, they're bobbed off at the top of their head. That's what this tree looks like to me. I wonder what it is. Because, as you see it grow up and become big, you don't know what it's going to be like. Anybody tell me? Same thing, you know, the thing crosses my mind is weeping willows. And then there's the roots. You see the roots? Okay. And then here's another fern tree. I wonder what they're going to grow out to be. This is probably not such a thing as a fern tree. It's just they remind me of ferns. My brain is just kind of thinking a little bit. You know, I did an edit on a video that I did the other day, because what I did was I went downstairs and I asked Alexa to play Happy Trails, because I was going to sing it to you guys, and then I thought, well, I'll just go tell Alexa to play it, you know. So I went down and had her play it, and then it was not loud enough, so we went through a bunch of rigmarole trying to get it to go up. And anyway, and then I upload it, because I hadn't looked at it or edited it. I don't edit until after. Anyway, what's the point? I didn't edit it, and then I did edit, and the reason I did was because it said copyrighted. Okay, across my video, once it was uploaded, it had that, a symbol or something that said copyrighted. And so instead of leaving that on there, since it was on the end of the tape, not the tape, but you know, the end of the recording, I was able to take it off. I don't know how to do the other stuff. I'm just, I really should take a class. But my glasses want to fall off my face. So, classes wouldn't be bad. I don't know if it's good to take a class with somebody. But those members of the church out there, you ought to ask your bishop about it. Or your Relief Society president if you're a woman, and Elders Quorum president if you're a man. There's all kinds of people that can lead you to the right place, okay? There's the bishop and his counselors. So I'm talking to myself too, people. I've been hearing about this woman that I very much admire. She's a member of the church, and I got to know her at Dad's ward. I have to think. I believe her name is Donna, and her husband's name is Kelly. And that's all I know about that. Anyway, she had told me her conversion story before, and I like to hear conversion stories. So cool. You know, I could only paraphrase anything. Can't ever give someone else's words validity or something. I'm not saying it right, but you know, the words need to be right to mean what they're trying to say. And I'm not making a lot of sense, probably. So it's not always good to say, so-and-so said this, because you don't remember the exact words. You can only give you most of it. So I don't know what the words were in the first place now. I'm on Nancy Street, walking in the middle of the road. Kids just passed me by doing those scooter things. I think they're all electric now. It's the one you stand on and it just goes down the road. Instead of it used to be you stand on 1 foot on and 1 foot off and you propel yourself. So they have little electric stuff going on, which makes it wonderful. So there's all modes of transportation. I don't know what those things cost, but you can get things used. I need to just keep walking, but this is Nancy's house right here. There's her pretty little car. And just think, one more car coming. Makes me kind of nervous. It does. Oh. I got to get back with the swing of things. Like I said, I've been a delivery driver before. I drove all over the place. Not that I didn't like it. I didn't say that right. I did not like it necessarily. But the traffic back then was not like it is today. And then in Perryton, it's a little teeny town. So there wasn't a whole heck of a lot of traffic. I did a lot of hurrying though. I was delivering pizzas all over the place, okay? To the courthouse, to the sheriff's office. And I'm driving down the road and I'm going a little bit fast. And this one time I was driving in one direction and the cop was coming in the other direction, you know, facing me. And he turned on his siren, and then he turned it off. Just telling me, slow down, girl, you know, type of thing. But yeah, I did get a ticket for not having my seatbelt on a different time with somebody else. Shouldn't have done that to me. Then I went to the judge. Just telling him, man, you know, do you know how many deliveries I do in a day? How many times I get in and out of my car? And he says, you're preaching to the choir. And then he says, you know, I can't do anything about it. But, you know, I know that they can. When I was in Vancouver, if you went in before the judge with a ticket and you pleaded your case, at least they would drop it half, okay? So he could have dropped that ticket half. Instead, it was $120 for not having my seatbelt on. I was going 5 miles an hour. I was pulling out into traffic right there before Pizza Hut. And I'd probably just been to the courthouse. Anyway, the point is, wear your seatbelt. That's what the point was. $120, man. That was upsetting. Okay. So I paid Perryton twice on laws. What was the other time? I don't remember. But I remember there was something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't discuss that. Sounds like my truck. I have a diesel. I have a diesel Power Stroke. 7.3 Power Stroke engine in my Ford F-250. It's a little tall for me. The gasoline costs too much for me. But it's a nice truck. And it is perfect for the farm. Gives you a lot of power when you need to pull something. Like if you want to get a big old trailer for horses or cattle, you know, a long one. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're out in the country and if you have animals, not everybody learns like we did. That is a Regal. Okay, that's why that makes sense. Not sense, but why I remember the name. That's a trippy looking car. I wonder what year that is. Check it out. I can't go over there and get it closer, because then, you know, then I'm in their yard. But I did take my daughter car shopping once, and she got a Regal. Didn't look anything like that, but she did get a Buick Regal. And I remember that thing had power. You put on the gas and it went. Okay, I want to go back out into the road. because I don't want to duck under the tree. Okay, so I need, I know, it's not funny and whatsoever, okay? And what I might spout out there is what I need. And I'm wondering if anybody within listening distance, or, you know, someone who knows someone who knows someone, well, really, I don't know quite what to do because of timing. Like the one doctor said, I can wash away the cancer. She said I can melt away the cancer. And then she said, what else did she say? I got distracted because I'm at the end of my road. That dog looks like Zeus. It is. Okay. That's Luke. I didn't even know that was Luke walking the dog. He came around the corner and I'm going, that dog looks like Zeus. That's because it is. Anyway, okay. Yes, the branches are waving. I'm probably going to have some rain. Those clouds look like rain clouds. I'm going to walk out in the street again. Anyway, I've got to figure out a better way to take care of getting oil on my head. It was solid, so it melted with time with my touch. You know, last night I was trying to put coconut oil on my head, on my scalp. You put it on your scalp first and then you rub it in. You massage it in and then you, what? Okay, that's him and him. Okay. Just trying to look at the cars, see who's here. They're going to go to the fair. It's a family affair. My body just doesn't have it in me to go walk all day at a fair or walk any length of time, really. I'm lucky to go as far as I do. And I don't mind being home. I really need to take care of some things. And one is that ad, okay? My head is mulling things over. And I need to call the recorder of deeds, the register of deeds, and make sure that got taken care of before I go advertising. But I've got a little house with a lot of potential. And I've got a vacant lot, you know, like probably within 7 or 8 blocks away. Just a block and a half to Main Street, take a right, and then you can go. I don't know how many blocks it is. I don't think it's that many, but it's not many. I mean, it's within walking distance. I have a vacant lot. And once upon a time, it was the Yellow Rose. But that burnt down. I don't know how many years ago. But you could look up the Yellow Rose in Downs, D-O-W-N-S, Downs, Kansas. I haven't looked it up. I guess I ought to do that. But anyway, there's a building on either side. So I'm not sure. I'm going to sit down. I'm not sure how that would work. You know, if you But really, like I was saying, you could draw in a trailer. Draw in a trailer that's set up for a business. And then you can draw it away when you want to. Okay, I'm gonna wait a second because I need to say goodbye. That's why I do part one, part two. Oh, my back. So what I'm saying is they're getting ready to leave. So then I can just call you back. That's what it is, call you back, you know. I'm gonna stay home and enjoy myself. And they're gonna go enjoy some family time, and I hope they don't get rained on. Because it's a state fair. Within 15 minutes, there's a state fair. Washington State Fair. And I think maybe it'll be here for a while, I don't know. I heard Foreigners playing somewhere. Maybe that's where it's playing. There was another group too, but Foreigner and this other group. You know, from the old days. But I loved Foreigner. Cold as ice. Yeah, that's what some people are. Anyway, I will say goodbye and then I'll get back on here in a little bit. Okay? Peace out, y'all.